So recently, Scott and I were traveling and we were with a friend, Hayley Anderson, and she was telling us the most incredible story from her wedding.
How did I not know her surname was Anderson?
It is Anderson though, right?
I don't know.
I hope it
That's
is.
new news to me. Anyway, I guess we're going to find out.
Now I'm questioning. Oh, thank you. So Hayley is here, and
It's Hunter now.
It got Scott thinking about if anything ever happened at his wedding that didn't go to plan. And Scott, was there anything?
I don't know if, let's call it, the listener knows this story.
I reckon they would. Some would. Not all.
You put it on social media way back before we had a presence online.
And that's what actually gave me the buzz and the adrenaline to keep posting and fighting the buzz to get it back.
So when Marcus and I got married, we had our great mate, Carol, who was our celebrant. She's phenomenal, amazing. We once saw her do a ceremony and we're like, fuck, Carol has to be our celebrant. And it was not long after marriage equality happened. And, you know, our wedding was fucking produced to like the millimeter, right? The detail, all of it was incredible. And
Can confirm.
thank you, Luke. And
As in planned to the millimeter.
yeah, it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Do you not think it was?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, good.
Go on.
Be careful. Actually, I don't care what you think about my wedding anyway. I didn't
Looks
do it
like
for
you
you.
do.
Actually, when I stopped to think about it, I don't care. And Carol, as the moment of the wedding, the ceremony happens, Carol says, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Now, I don't miss a beat, right?
And to be honest, it went over everyone's head.
No one clocked it.
No one. I didn't clock it. No one.
And I said, whoa. And now this is all recorded, right? We've got our cameraman there filming all of this. And I went, whoa. And then everybody went, oh my God, and like laughed. And she was shook. You could tell. She was so humiliated by it. And I looked back at Tony, who was our cameraman. I said, Tony, you're still rolling? He said, yep. I said, all right, let's go for another take. I said, 3, 2, 1. And I pointed at Carol and she goes, husband and husband. And then everyone was like, yay, and really excited. Now, Luke put that up online. No, actually, before I get to that part, what was fascinating and incredible to me was it was such a cultural shift and learning moment, I thought, which was even our friend who was marrying us, even though 2 men were standing in front of her, it was still so ingrained in society that marriage was between a man and a woman, that it was still so new to the world that you could have 2 men standing in front of you, but it still naturally came out as a husband and wife. And so I took that as a beautiful moment to go, wow, we've got a lot of work still to do.
And it was a great conversation starter for a guest walking around later.
And Luke put that online and it blew up and a lot of people had opinions. Now, I don't see it as a bad thing on our wedding day, and poor Carol was humiliated. We're like, no, don't worry, there's nothing bad attached
And every
to it,
time
right?
I reposted it, it got like 10 million views again. And she's like,
Lit-
no.
She's like, again, please stop. Like, this is my career.
I'm like, this one will be good over in new audio. And it was.
And so I haven't shared that story obviously for a long time, but I'm happy now that I can, and I still smile about it. But it's got absolutely nothing on Hayley's story.
Yeah, go. Hayley, start from the
Hayley,
start.
welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Mate.
I don't know if it's going to top your story.
No,
it will.
It does.
So just take us back. You got married in New Zealand when?
November in 2024. Wait, I'm getting 2024.
Those specifics don't matter right now. What I need to make very clear, when I first met Hayley and she told me this story, and I was like, can I see some photos of the wedding?
Yeah.
I'm not lying. This is the most picturesque, beautiful wedding I have ever seen in my whole entire life. Go and look at her Insta after this because it is like outstanding. So picture this day, nothing could go wrong because it's perfect. Okay?
It was the most incredible day and I still can't believe it. And whenever I show people photos, they have the same reaction as you. And it's my favorite thing to do. Look at my wedding, look. And
then let me tell you a story about it.
Let me tell you a story. It wasn't all perfect. It's a bit of a crazy story. So we're getting married and we're at the altar. We exchange rings and I have full lace gloves on and we're trying to put the ring on my finger and it's not fitting because of the gloves. And he's like trying to jam this ring on my finger and I'm like, this isn't working. It's awkward. Like, let's just put it on the pinky finger. So we put it on the pinky finger. I'm like, it's fine. Like, we'll just sort this out later. I'm not taking my gloves off right now because they were like stuck on my arm. Someone yelled out like, just take the gloves off. I was like, I can't. But anyway, we put it on the pinky finger. Then we had our first kiss and we exited down the aisle. It was probably the best moment of the entire day. It was magical. Kyle picks me up at the end of the aisle and kind of spins me around and kisses me. Amazing. Like, couldn't fault that moment. Maybe you could fault it because we're about to tell you why. We then get escorted to the Champagne Tower. And as we get to the Champagne Tower, I look down and I'm like, oh my God, the ring is not on my finger. The ring is not on my finger. And I didn't know what to do. And the photographer literally has a photo of the moment that I realized that my rings are on my finger. And I'm like this. And then we get handed the bottles of champagne. And as that happens, I tell Kyle, hey, my ring is missing. And we both were like, oh my God. And then he freaks out.
Champagne towers are the most stressful things in the world. If I ever watch someone do it, get rid of them.
Yeah, that's so true.
They're not fun to watch and not fun to do.
I was like, my ring's not here. And then everyone's like standing around watching, waiting for this moment. And he was like, oh my God. And then like puts the bottle down and it sprays everywhere. It was like, I think he freaked out and then that happened. And then we're like, okay, just go with it. We'll figure this out later. And then the whole champagne towel moment was so awkward because we were like stressing and we weren't even pouring the champagne towel properly. We were like starting from the top and the bottom. Like we were not thinking straight. And everyone's like, have you ever poured champagne before? Like, what is going on? And we're like, and we're like fake smiling.
Lost my wedding ring. Yeah.
And then after that, we told the wedding planner, so the ring's missing. Don't want to freak anyone out. And she's like, okay. So then the word starts spreading because people are finding out, we're telling people. We've organized this amazing cocktail hour after. And it's like, if you see the photos and you see the day, like I was like, I don't want this to ruin that moment. But everyone was on their hands and knees in the grass looking for the ring. And I was like, no, everyone stop, please stop. Like, go and have a cocktail, please. We paid so much money for this cocktail thing. Like, we'll figure out when it's fine. And everyone was literally on their hands and knees. I was like, oh my God. Anyway. I was like, no, forget about it.
Imagine driving past the wedding and seeing all guests crawling around there. Like, is this a new trend?
I was like, oh my God. Anyway, I actually am really good in like panic situations.
Yep,
I don't know why.
I'm with you too.
I was like calm. I was like, hey, it's fine, guys. Like, it's chill. But I was like, I don't know what to do. My wedding planner then goes, I'm going to get on Facebook community page here in Wanaka. I'm going to put out a call to get some metal detectors in. So these two local guys drop off.
Shout out to wedding planner.
I know. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's going to be fine. Everyone go back to the party, enjoy your drinks. We're getting metal detectors in. Anyway, so there are some people who are determined to find this ring and they're like almost like the entire time the cocktail hour is happening. And I was like, I have to forget about it because I'm not going to let this derail my day. I can't let this derail my day. Like, whatever. We'll find it. It's fine. And then it goes through the night. No one's found it. The metal detectors are out. I'm not joking. The wedding planner and the person and the people from the venue were out till 10 p.m. with these metal detectors, just like all night. And then the sprinklers came on. They're like, you can't be out here anymore. You have to leave. And I was like, I'm just in my head. I've literally put it to the side. I'm like, I cannot deal with that right now. Like, anyway.
Imagine.
Oh my God, it was so bad. And this ring is like amazing, by the way. And
yes,
I was like, luckily gifted this ring on like a collaboration basis, but the ring was like, someone goes to me, oh, it's fine. Like it's one of the, it's like what, a couple $100. I was like,
way more.
I don't want to say how much it is.
Of course.
Anyway,
You know its value.
Then the next day I wake up. First of all, I'd gone to bed. I was so pooped. Didn't wash off my makeup. Didn't do anything with my hair. Didn't shower. Nothing. I woke up the next day. My wedding planner's like, we didn't find it. I'm so sorry. And I was like, nah, I don't accept it. Kyle,
How was Kyle through all of this?
Yeah, because he's so
He
chill.
was like, we both were like, let's just. He was like, I don't know. He says to me, you lose. He thinks I lose what I do. I lose everything. I'm really bad.
Okay. Yep.
But I get everything back. I don't know why, but somehow everything comes back to me. And he was like, you're going to, like, I know it's you. You're going to somehow get this ring back. And I was like, then the next morning he was like, oh, maybe we're not getting it back. Like, just, maybe we just let it go. And I was like, no, let's go to the venue now. Like, get in the car. We're going to the venue. We drive to the venue. I'm in my like sweatpants with my makeup still on. I get there. I'm like, is the metal detector still here? Please tell me. Like, yeah. They give me the metal detector. They're setting up a whole new wedding at the venue, and I'm out there. And I'm out there with my metal detector. And then the DJ from our wedding was the DJ for the next wedding, and he was there helping me, and he was like, this is how you do it properly. And I'm out there like determined, and Kyle's like, just let it go, Hales. Like, it's fine. Like,
You are in New Zealand, can I just say, where they filmed Lord of the Rings. You would have looked like Smeagol Part 2. Like, where's the ring?
Oh, of course.
He was like, not. Kyle was like, he'd given up. He wasn't really helping. I was like, oh, I'm going to go find it. And then I'm there literally for 15 minutes with this metal detector. And then I just hear this beep, beep, beep. I was like, oh, and I look down and I see it sitting in the grass, like just sitting there. And I was like, no way. And I pick it up and I start screaming like, and then everyone who was at the venue started cheering. Everyone's jumping up and down.
Because they would have been like, she's the bride from yesterday who lost her wedding ring. Like, the word would have spread.
I found it! And then I was like, I've never felt a high like that. That high was insane. I was like, I'm on top of the world right now. Like nothing can stop me.
And then you lost the ring on the way home. No.
And then it's gone forever. We get to the recovery party and everyone's like, what? Like, as if you found it. I'm like, it took me 15 minutes. You guys obviously suck.
I've got to get into the woo-woo, like, universe shit now with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
What did that teach you? Right? Because the way I break all of that down is you had the most perfect wedding planned. The universe threw you a really big curveball in it. The way you responded and reacted to it was I think impeccable. Like, you're like, don't worry about it, everyone. Hundreds of eyes gave it hours of time, right? So if you did the amount of hours per person spent on it and then times that by the amount of eyes that were looking for it, no one found it. You come back the next day adamant, you're being told don't, forget about it. Like, Kyle's like, it's gone, like, give it a break, right?
Yeah.
But then you spend 15 minutes
Literally.
and you find it using the detector that nobody else could use. So it was like meant to come back to you or something. Like, have you ever thought about the lesson in it or what it all meant?
I feel like there's a few lessons.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like that would have ruined my entire day. And I was like, but why would you let that ruin your entire day when you've spent like so much money on a day like that? You flew all your family and friends have flown out. You're not going to let that ruin your day. Like, I'm the kind of person that's like, no, I'm not letting that ruin my day. Like, I'm putting that aside. And everyone was like, I can't believe you could do that. And I was like, I mean, until you're there on the day and you're the bride, I don't know. I wasn't really a bridezilla either. I was very just like, you just got to take it how it comes. And I was just grateful that we had such amazing weather. I think I was just like, nothing can ruin this right now. So I think not letting I always tell people when they're planning a wedding, like, don't let tiny things ruin your day. You're going to really regret it. You're going to really regret letting one tiny thing derail your entire day. Just don't do it. But easier said than done, right? And then the other thing I feel like I have witchy powers a little bit. I'm a little bit witchy like that. And I feel like Kyle's like, of course you found it. Of course you found it.
I agree.
everything comes back to you. I'm like, I know, I don't know. He's like, but not that that was my fault, but he was like, you're never ever gonna there's never gonna be a lesson. You know how many things I've left behind? I've left my entire camera bag on a bus in Italy and got it back.
Yeah.
Like I left my phone. I lost my phone at a festival. Someone found it, went and put it on like a power bank at the festival and then called me the next day and said, I have your phone. And Carl's like, no way, no.
There's something in, I think, the way you live your life that the universe knows that you lose something, but you always bring it back. So it's like there's this energy that you have that the universe clocks that, you know that when you lose something, it comes back to you. So you know that. So of course it always brings it back to you.
Kai always says, you don't feel, you're not stressed enough when things happen like that. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I have crazy intuition and at that moment I was like, I'm going to get that back.
This isn't how this story finishes.
Well, it is how this one finishes. Well, Hayley, I just want to say a massive thank you for coming on the show. I absolutely love the story.
Me.
No, we love you. Thank you for sharing.
And you know what, Scott? I think we're going to have to revisit this theme. I think if you've got a story of what's gone wrong at your wedding or a wedding that you've been to, head to our Instagram page, the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast page, and share it there. And we're going to revisit this.
Okay. I'm down with it because this could just go forever and ever and ever. Hayley, have a wonderful day, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Love you guts. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Luke and Sassy.
Sassy.
Scott.
So Luke and I think it's really important that when you go to somebody's house, you say, thanks for having us. So we would like to say a big thank you to the Wurundjeri Woi Wurrung and Bunurong peoples of the Southeastern Kulin Nation, the land on which this podcast is recorded on.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.